Yeah.
So I'm with a program called the Community Support Program, sometimes referred to as the Eye in the Sky. We provide services to troubled cities like Baltimore, St. Louis, Chicago, those sorts of things. And what we do is we provide an aircraft with a very large camera system that makes city-sized images once a second that allows us to just barely track people to and from major crime scenes. And by tracking the people that are at the scenes of reported major crimes, we actually help solve those crimes. But more importantly than solving them, by actually solving them, we help increase the deterrence. The major goal is to deter people from committing the crime in the first place because they know that if they do it, they're going to get caught.
But Dr. Ross, that's a powerful tool that y'all have. And as I keep saying it over and over again, Brother Archie heard me say it, if it's an effective tool and you know it to be successful, why don't the citizen and the citizens of Baltimore and the elected official want it?
When he was down yesterday, they're not going to do something.
What we found is the actual citizens of Baltimore want it.
Okay.
And the feedback that we've gotten from thousands and thousands of people, we've held 60 community meetings, Archie.
62.
And,
62.
The feedback we get is tremendously positive. As far as how it works, I've personally witnessed 39 murders as they've occurred, and we actually have confessions that account for 75 murders so far.
Well, let me ask you a question,
Dr. Ross.
Dr. Ross.
Yes, sir.
I hear you say the citizen wants it. Who don't want it?
The criminals.
No.
I mean, who's stopping this? Who's stopping this from actually taking place? I'm about a person about action. If we can stop crime, if we can stop these murders, if we can bring peace within these families and allow our children to have a life to live, then who's stopping this? I mean, is it the politicians or who's telling you can't bring it into Baltimore?
Put your phone number out there.
Where we currently stand is we have briefed. We have briefed the previous mayor, or we briefed the current mayor. We spent a lot of time briefing the previous mayor. We briefed. We briefed Jack Young. We briefed Brandon Scott. We briefed probably half of the city council. We briefed every city council member who has agreed to take our briefing. We've held 61 community meetings. We just recently got a chance to brief the police commissioner Harrison. And again, right now,
I hear you saying brief, but I don't hear nothing saying do they agree?
Don't go up come at Dr. Boss like that.
I'm not coming at him
like that. Their position is not my place, but the position that the mayor has stated publicly is absolutely up to the police commissioner. Brandon Scott's position is this is really a mayor and a police commissioner's decision.
So we're piggybacking.
And right now we're hoping that, again, I think the new commissioner who has just gotten in place and is looking at the program, he just learned about it about 2 weeks ago. We were very effective when we did a demonstration a couple of years ago in Baltimore. In the equivalent of 13 days of flying, we witnessed 5 murders and 18 shootings and provided a lot of information on it.
But Dr. Ross,
this is what I want to know.
But Dr. Ross,
no, go ahead.
Let me ask you this real quick, and I promise.
I just want to know how many people died since they holding it down. How many people was killed since they keep saying no, they're not ready yet. That's what I want to know.
And my question is, I want to go up in the sky with you and witness it myself.
That is fine, but you know what? You don't actually have to be up in the sky. You can actually be on the ground.
You got that right.
Is sent down to the ground where we're going to hire local analysts from the community, train them up to support the city of Baltimore.
Well, I'm one of the ones I will be happy to get aboard on that.
Okay. And again,
talk to Brother Archie. Archie right there.
Yeah.
After the show.
Go ahead, Ross.
Yeah, you've seen Google Earth. We do basically a live version of Google Earth that, again, allows us to go to the scene of a murder or a shooting and follow the people to and from the murder scene.
But Dr. Ross, the only... excuse me, go ahead, Doc, finish. Go ahead, Dr. Ross, finish.
Yeah, and the big thing is by showing people what we do, it often deters them from doing it in the first place. And again, Archie would like us to brief every single parolee, every returning citizen, every high school kid as a way of quickly spreading that word across the community, because Archie doesn't want to put people in jail. He wants them not to do the major crime that would get them put in jail.
Basically a second chance, right, Archie?
Yeah, I mean, the city doesn't benefit from sending people to jail. We have a lot of, underhanded, interest behind these prisons. You see how fast they sprout up. But when it comes down to homeless shelters and homeless places to place some of these homeless, it takes a long, or we have to get an abandoned, vacant building to put a homeless in. But when it comes down to these prisons sprouting up right in our city.
By the way, folks, don't test that dial. 505 to 6. We be back here, and Archie be hosting and holding it down. Dr. Ross Minot, Haki, and the more guests. So don't test that dial. 5 to 6. You will hear more of what, Archie? All right, folks. So once again, you will be hearing Taxi Talk, Christine Flowers Show, Archie Williams Show. All this week they're going to be talking about Eyes in the Sky. Now, tomorrow, Christine Flowers Show from 2:30 until 4. I'll probably be hosting it for her because she happens to be somewhere. And, of course, Eyes in the Sky, Community Solutions Support will be on the show as well. And then Friday, Taxi Talk from 4 p.m. to 5. Eyes in the Sky, Community Solution will be on there as well. And 5 to 6, Community Solution, Community Support will be on there as well. You want to know where? 1010 AM WOLB. That's www.wolbbaltimore.com. Yeah. There you go, folks. So what you thought on this, folks? I mean, yesterday, to my understanding, Larry Hogan, the governor of the state of Maryland, gave the city instructions for the plane to come up. So let's see how that pan out. Let's see what happened. It's all in the papers. They covering the whole west side or east. It is Dr. Ross Minot.
How are you?
Hey, Dr. Ross, how you doing?
How you doing, Dr. Ross? All right, folks, so that's it. Once again, the plane is coming to Baltimore to deter people from committing a murder. Let's see what happens. I mean, I basically don't want nobody to commit murders. I really don't. So hopefully the crime will go down. Don't want nobody locked up. Don't want nobody committing crimes. I just want them to stop. Duke it out. Fight. There's no witness on the plane. People gonna be getting a pop without a witness saying, I seen this, I seen that. So check more into it, folks. Have a great day.